FreshBooks is the #1 cloud accounting software designed for the way that you want to work. For your free 30-day unrestricted trial, go to freshbooks.com/LinusCES and enter Linus Tech Tips in the How Did You Hear About Us section. We're here at Glowforge checking out their Glowforge. It's a laser etcher and cutter that is more set up and designed for everyone to be able to use instead of just engineers. And the features that bring it to that point start with their easy web app, where you can upload 3D grayscale images in raster or vector formats. It can auto-detect the material that you put inside if you use their proof-grade materials. If not, you can just tell it what material is inside. It can cut things or engrave things like plastics and woods, and it has lots of really cool automatically based features, like the one we used here, which was able to cut our logo into a puzzle without us doing any extra work. And the quality of life improvements just kind of keep on going. It has a camera built into it so that you can actually see what the laser engraver sees. So when you need to set your object inside, you don't have to do it with a whole bunch of different measurements and stuff. You can just line it up with the camera and you're good to go. It also is able to autofocus the camera along a curve. So if you're doing something like engraving the top of a MacBook, it can see the edges and engrave along the edges, autofocusing the laser, so you don't have any mistakes on the side and you don't have to do anything way too fancy. They use mirrors to redirect the laser. This can sometimes be an issue because if the mirror is misaligned, it can cause various problems. We would prefer that they use something like fiber optics, but they put the mirrors into solid aluminum blocks, and once a bolt is in place, those things aren't moving, so it should probably be fine. The delicate components in the head are also completely sealed off, which is great because that means less maintenance for you, as it won't be able to get gunked up. But if you do need to access it, you can just simply remove it with a few magnets. There's 3 stepper motors to move everything around. You've got one on each side to control the Y-axis, and then one in the back to control the X-axis. The laser moves along with the head in terms of the Y-axis to keep everything aligned. One thing that you might notice is that it's not the biggest unit ever, but that doesn't completely limit you. In terms of Y-axis printing, you can actually print things that go pretty far because it has a pass-through slot, so you can feed things through the laser engraver while it's going. So it doesn't completely work right now, but theoretically what will happen is you'll put part of it in, it'll laser engrave what it needs to, it'll cut what it needs to, and then when it's ready, you can feed more of it in, and it'll just do the next part, and so on and so forth until you're done. But said pass-through slot does come at an additional expense. If you do want the basic version, that's $4,000. It comes with a 40-watt laser, and that's about it. No pass-through slot, no built-in venting. If you do want to vent it out, you can send it out through a window, or you can just do it outside, or something like that. Or you can spend $1,000 and buy that built-in vent. If you want to jump up to the Pro version, that's $8,000. It has that $1,000 vent built in, it has the pass-through slot, and it has a 45-watt laser so that it can do faster cuts. While for the average consumer, definitely including myself, this is really expensive, it is cool to see a more consumer-focused laser etcher/cutter. Now, you don't just have to be an engineer or have one at your school or something like that. You can do this at home if you can afford it. Speaking of being able to afford things, being able to afford more things by using FreshBooks and running your business through it. You can create invoices in less than 30 seconds. You can get paid up to 4 days faster. You can see when your clients have seen your invoice. So if you're running a company that makes really cool purses or draft signs with a laser etcher/cutter, you would be able to get your invoices created really quickly. You'd be able to see if your customers can have actually seen your invoices, and you can go on from there. If you want a free 30-day unrestricted trial, go to freshbooks.com/LinusCES and enter Linus Tech Tips in the How Did You Hear About Us section. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, like it. If you dislike this video, dislike it. Hit the down arrow, or down thumbs. I forgot we're on YouTube for a second. That's okay, don't worry about it. Or float plane, yeah. Float plane doesn't have a dislike button. Get owned. Hit the like heart or the informative thing or whatever else. Anyways, if you want to see all the rest of our CS content, get subscribed or stay subscribed. Or do whatever. Come back to YouTube, go to our channel, that would also work. See you guys later.